Hi, so I need to change the battery in my watch. This is an Autodromo Prototipo, or Prototipo, and I could not find any videos about it online, so I figured I would record one. I ordered one specialized hex bit because it seems to be an oddball size that I couldn't exactly measure it. But using other hex bits that I was able to find on Amazon, they would not fit in the screws, so I had to order one from Autodromo. Um, and actually, what you're seeing here is the screws already loosened because I actually spent a long time and wore through two of these bits trying to get them loose. You actually have to hold it down with a lot of pressure to break the screws free if you haven't ever done it before. The metal on the end of them is pretty soft. So yeah, thanks to Bradley for sending me a couple more after the first one turned round and basically wouldn't work anymore. After trying to get the back free after the screws had come off, I took the screws out and spent quite a while trying to release the back. I couldn't find exactly how it was being held on. In the end, I used a steel punch that happened to fit in one of the holes quite nicely to spin the back around, and you'll see that once the back is moving from side to side, it'll release any gunk that's in there that's holding it down. It might not be the case with yours, but with mine, over the years that I've had it, it's probably built up some debris and gunk in the gap, and that was holding it in place. So just giving the whole back a spin will free it up. Just giving it a bit of a clean, taking off most of what I can see. I'm not going to really do a major cleaning here, just making sure that it's not going to just stick when I put it back on again. And here you can see, well, if I focused, you would be able to see the label that says to short out contact AC with the battery positive to reset it, and that is something that I need to try and do. But firstly, need to actually put in the new battery. So I moved the label away so that I could see what's going on, and there is a little metal spring clip here, and effectively what I need to do is pull it to one side and then it will spring up. I'm trying to be delicate about this because it's a pretty thin piece of metal and it would be very easy to pull it too hard and damage it. So here I'm just trying to get a better view. Oh, there we go. So now it's off and the battery can just slide out from underneath there. After setting the battery back in, I tried to follow the reset procedure. First I decided for option B, which is to pull out the crown to Step 2, press button B for 2 seconds and then put the crown back in. That didn't do anything. The second counter didn't move at all. I couldn't see why. So not sure what was going on there. I then also followed the procedure from step 1, which is to make a short between the contact point AC, which is marked on the back with the little tiny arrow, and the spring plate, I think it's called, which is the whole surface on the back, which is actually positively charged. And neither of those processes did anything. So I thought maybe there was something wrong. But then on reading elsewhere, it seems that you don't need to do the reset procedure if the second hand, if the chrono hand is working correctly. That might not be the case, but in any case, it seems to be working correctly. I left it running, and there's some sped up video where you can see the watch moving through its minutes, holding time perfectly well. I'm going to see how it goes over the next few days, but so far it's working perfectly normally. I am not sure what the reset procedure requirements are, but yeah, we'll have to see about that. Now all that's left to do is to put the back on. There's a thicker and a thinner part of the back, which corresponds to the sort of scalloped shape. So you just got to make sure that you get that aligned, otherwise the back would be not flush with the surface. And once that's in there, it's just a matter of putting in the 6 screws. And you want to do that in a star pattern, just getting them in place first, not tightened down in the star pattern, just to make sure that the back itself is aligned correctly, and then start to tighten them down again in the star pattern. Sorry about my hand being in the way. It's kind of hard with the angle I was shooting at. But yeah, the screws themselves do not need a huge amount of torque, I believe. I don't want to have a repeat of last time fighting to get them out, so I'm just doing them up to where I can't easily turn the tool anymore. Somebody can tell me if I'm wrong on that front, but yeah, doing it 3 times around in a star pattern, I was able to feel the a bit more space on each screw each time, so I could tell that it was seating the back correctly rather than torquing one down tight and then having the back not be flush. And that's all there is to it. After that, putting it back on my wrist, and we'll see how it goes. I hope that's useful for somebody. In any case, cheers.